Good morning,
Good
and
morning.
welcome to our first edition of America Today with Saida Pagan. And the goal of my program is to look at various issues that impact Americans that you don't see on mainstream television, or very little, because of the news cycle. A lot of times there are issues that come up that people they can't cover. The newsroom don't have enough manpower. Now, this one has been covered, but not in depth, like we're going to do today. So, first of all, like I said, you are going to introduce yourself, please. So, tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Dana Russo. I'm with Dilbeck Real Estate based out of Burbank, California. I've
Wonderful. And
been here
how long have you been in the industry?
I have been an agent for 20 years.
Wonderful. Now, you and I know each other, so a few weeks ago, I think you sent an email that says that you've been busy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Unemployment is at an all-time high and people are buying. Now, you didn't say buying. They could be selling. I don't know. So tell us what's going on, at least in SoCal.
Okay. Well, actually, I'll start with when the COVID hit, the market, and we were all quarantined at home, the market just plummeted. But as soon as the government declared real estate as an essential business, everybody started coming out of the woodworks, and every state had their own. California had their own, designating what the safety restrictions would be to continue working in real estate. And one of them was a PEAD, P-E-A-D, Property Entry Advisory Disclosure. And so we started using those as with the rules, strict rules and guidelines as to what we could do to continue with business. And the market took off. The interest rates are so low that if you look at buying a house, it's almost like buying a car. It's what your payment is. So if we look at a $500,000 payment with a 2.5% interest rate versus a $500,000 payment with an 8% interest rate, you can afford much more. So it's basically people are buying homes on what their monthly payment is versus what the cost of the house is. I've seen that.
Imagine you're an individual who wants to buy a home, but you're out of work. That's going to be held against you, right?
Yes, it is right now. In fact, when this COVID hit and a lot of people were in the process of buying a home, when they went to close escrow, the lenders were checking on their verifying their employment and income, and deals were falling apart because they'd already lost their jobs.
And is that pretty much the situation still as we speak?
Well, yeah, if you are not working, you're not going to qualify for a loan. But but the loans have gotten a little, since the downfall in 07, 08, the lenders have gotten a lot less restrictive. It took quite a few years, but now we were at the point where you needed 20% down. Now there are 5% down Fannie Mae, FHA loans and 3.5% down. So it's a lot more relaxed for a buyer to get into a home than it was in previous years. But you do need to have proof of income.
You would know, but let's say that on camera. It sounds like a no-brainer, but let's say that on camera. So at this point, a lot of people are listening and saying, well, maybe I will refinance, maybe I should buy. But the truth of the matter is you have to have certain things in place. Could you tell us what those things are?
In order to qualify, a lender is going to ask you for your tax returns, verification of employment and income. You do have to have proof of funds for your down payment and deposit. So that what sellers are looking for, and the seller's agent is looking for, is for a buyer to bring to their proof of funds, application, pre-approval letter, and they're asking for all of this with an offer, if you decide to submit an offer on a property.